Oh no, it's Mark!
Hey, what's up guys? It's Mark Yoon, and today I'm bringing you another exciting video. I thought we'd take a break from our usual way we do things around here, and we're going to start things off with, I think, my first top 10 video. I know Ragaroth Enterprises on his channel does these a lot, but I figured I'd try my hand, so why not? So the subject of today's video is going to be my top 10 list of guest characters that I would like to see in Soul Calibur 6. I gave myself a few criterion based on this list, and the criteria mainly involved games that came out between 2017 and are coming out in 2018, so nothing before 2017. And they had to be somewhat relevant, and most of them had to apply some kind of promotional type thing, because that's usually what companies look for when they do guest characters. It's not so much popularity, but more so if they're promoting something upcoming. So let's start things off right away.
Number 10.
Older Kratos from the new upcoming God of War. This seems like kind of a no-brainer. He obviously is very proficient with weapons, so you can give him any number of those weapon styles. Maybe even incorporate somehow for his special, his like sun running out and setting him up for like a hit or something like that would be pretty cool, and as long as it's implemented well. But I think this doesn't come as a shock to anybody. Like, this has pretty much been a standard at everybody's list that I've seen so far. He's at the bottom of my list only because I think it would be a little bit too easy and a little generic. But I do like Kratos, so it would be nice to see him implemented in the series, such as we have in the past for like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that.
Number 9.
Next up, we have Monster Hunter protagonist from Monster Hunter World. This is another no-brainer, a vast weapon user. You can give the protagonist pretty much anything you want. Like the standard protagonist would be great, depending on whatever armor they're going to give you. And I think this character would just overall work well. I mean, it's not like a backstory to the character because you create your character in that game. So I think, if anything, that like hurts it a little bit. But I think that if implemented well, it could be a good improvement on the game.
Number 8.
Next up, we have Nathan Drake from Uncharted 4. This one was a little bit of a weird one for me to place in here, only because Nathan is not as proficient in a lot of weapon styles as somebody that would normally be seen in Soul Calibur would be. He does use handguns and traps and stuff like that, so I thought if he could be implemented, maybe we can kind of give him a similar style to Dampierre. Obviously not Dampierre's like normal style, but we can implement him with different kind of things, and he could be kind of a trickster character. So that was my reasoning for having him on the list.
Number 7.
Bayonetta from the Bayonetta series. This is another no-brainer. She has a wide, vast array of abilities that could be, when implemented well, could be really cool and like even affect maybe the main meta of the game, depending on what kind of abilities that she's given from the start. I mean, a lot of her more supernatural things, like maybe like her time jumping and stuff like that, could be saved for her ultimate move, her super move, and a lot of her like regular moves could be like, you know, her kicks with the guns and stuff like that. I think that would be really interesting, and if we had her moveset for created character, that would be kind of cool too, because we never had somebody that kicks and uses weapons with their feet before.
Number 6.
And then we have Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. This was a hit last year. The only thing that like might hurt this is I believe Horizon Zero Dawn was a PlayStation exclusive, so I don't think, unless Soul Calibur legitimately gets the rights, I don't know if they can put her on the Xbox version. But regardless, I think, again, she fits into the world, like she's got a cool moveset, like I think if implemented well, it could be done well, but we'll have to see because of the rights to that character, so I'm not 100% sure, which is why she's so low on the list.
Number 5.
Up next, we have Sinua from Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. This would be another really cool character to have in the game, just based on the aesthetics, the overall like look of the character, the feel of the character. She would have a pretty interesting moveset. And I think it would actually be similar to when I was going over Soul Calibur 5, like way back in the day. I kind of wanted the girl from Heavenly Sword to be in. Nico was her name? I don't remember. From Heavenly Sword. I think this is a very similar aesthetic to Heavenly Sword. And the way that she was implemented due to Ninja Theory and stuff, I think it would be really great to be in there.
Number 4.
And then we have Neo from self-titled game Neo. He's another character, obviously he's like a samurai type, but he implements the uses of different weapons as well, so we couldn't have him just be a Mitsurugi clone. We can give him his own moveset. I don't even know if he needs a katana necessarily, but he'd be something else that would be a fun little thing to have in the game, depending on how he's utilized and like what movesets are incorporated into him, just like all the characters on this list. But I think overall, the way the world feels, like this is a similar time period, similar like settings, so I think it could work.
Number 3.
Then we have my personal favorite, but not so hot, not the highest on my list. But this is Kiryu from the Yakuza series. With the promotion of the upcoming Yakuza 6 game, I think Kiryu would be a really good character to have in there. And as I was talking about in Ragaroth Enterprises video, we don't really have any bare-knuckle brawlers in the actual game itself, so I think Kiryu could, incorporate that traditional style Kempo Karate, and we can give our created characters that style as well, so we wouldn't have to rely on another, type of moveset like claws or something like that to make just a brawler character, because this is more into the created character side, but I really like Kiryu as well, and his character is really cool. So, with like Zasalamel being there and a lot of the time travel stuff, I think it's really doable that Kiryu can fit into the universe. So, I would personally, this is from my list, personally would be my favorite to see in the game.
Number 2.
Next up, we have 2B from Nier Automata. This is another character that I've seen on a lot of lists, and I agree with it. The game was really fun, and the way that she utilizes her weapon styles as well would be really awesome in a Soul Calibur franchise. And I think she would fit well as well, due to her aesthetics, the way she uses her weaponry, the way she switches up between weapons. She can use maybe like different things during her ultimate, or maybe she can even have like her robot buddy help her out with some stuff. Just another fun character that, if implemented well, could be good.
Number 1.
Now the top spot, I wasn't sure if I should have put him on here because he's already been in a Soul Calibur game before, and if any of you guys know me or know my channel, I could easily replace this with Kiryu, honestly, but it would be nice to see Spawn implemented well, mainly because of the new Spawn movie coming out. So that could be great promotion for the movie, and since we didn't get him in Injustice 2, and we're most likely going to see him in Mortal Kombat 11, which is another strike against him why I don't think we'll see him in Soul Calibur, it would just be a nice fun thing for me to do. But I want to see him used differently than he was in Soul Calibur 2, so I want to see Gone Away with the Axe, even though I like his moveset. Give him like a different type of moveset. Something akin to like Devil Jin or something like that.
Bonus.
And then now we have some bonus honorable mentions. This is going to be a quick subset. This is just people that I couldn't fit or didn't know who to choose from the series in particular. So first up we have Venom. I would love to see Venom, but again, the same deal with Spawn. He would need some kind of like differentiating moveset. But he was just in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and he is in the upcoming 2018 movie releasing in October, Venom. So, starring Tom Hardy, so I think that could be good promotion for that movie as well. And then I mentioned that I would like to see anyone from Persona 5, and maybe one of the main protagonists from Fire Emblem as well. I don't know which... See, Fire Emblem's a really hard choice because there's no, like, stand-alone main character that you can say, okay, that is the guest from Fire Emblem. Like, who are you going to choose? There's, like, Ike, there's Chrom, my favorite, Prius, like, there's so many different characters that you can utilize from that series. I just don't know if they would be able to choose one. And again, I mean, promotional material for upcoming Fire Emblem stuff. So, that could also be saved, though, if they eventually ever do make a Switch version, which I'm not sure they will, like, at least not this year. I think they could use a Fire Emblem character as their main character. I know everyone wants Link, but the same situation with Spawn, he's already been in the game before. But anyway, that's going to be the video for today, guys. Thanks for joining me. And stay tuned for the intro. And as always, guys, stay powered up. Peace.
Hey guys, thanks again for watching the video. If you liked the video, drop a like, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it so you can grow with the channel. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed already. If you have something to say, leave it in the comment section below and we can start a conversation, or hit me up on Twitter. If there's anything else you guys need, let me know and feel free to contact me. As always, stay powered up. Peace.